In this video, we are going to work through the steps to take to answer question 39 together, and I'll give you time to complete each step as we go so you can try them for yourself. If you watched the video about using the reading time at the start of this extract, you'll remember that I provided some hints about how to manage when you see a familiar word in use in an unfamiliar way in a question, in this case, adopting. The tip here is try removing the word and see if the remaining words still make sense as an idea, which you can see they do in this case. Leanne suggests an approach to caring for patients that. Looking at option A on the screen, the key words for me are special provision, or another way of saying this would be different care to what is typically given to other patients. Now you try for options B and C. I'll give you 10 seconds to isolate the key words and think about what these mean. For option B, the key words are accommodate all, or in other words, one approach that works for everybody. For option C, the key words are reassessment typical size, or in other words, reviewing thinking relating to size. As mentioned in previous videos, paraphrasing the meaning into your own words helps you to better understand the options and make them more memorable. Looking at the three together, option C is quite different to options A and B because it doesn't relate to actual care practices as much as the policies behind it. Option A is about treating plus-size patients in a different way to other patients, and option B is about treating all patients, including plus-size patients, in the same way. Now listen to the first sentence and notice anything that supports one of the options.
Yes, but we need to focus on finding the best flexible approach that works for all patients. Get away from the idea that the plus-size patient is unsuitable for the setup we have in place.
Best flexible approach that works for all patients is supportive of B, to treat all patients the same. Now listen to the next sentence and again listen for evidence.
For example, it's the bed that's not suitable, not the patient who's too big to fit the bed.
This sentence is an example used to justify the opinion that's just been given, so it's also supportive of B. Now listen to sentence 3.
The notion of an average-size patient lying on a bed that isn't large enough, or being expected to use a commode that's too small for them, would be rightly regarded as inappropriate and undignified care.
The speaker uses examples of how inappropriate we would find it if average-sized patients were asked to use very standard pieces of equipment, a bed and a commode, that are too small for them, which doesn't link to any of the answer options directly, but is supportive of all patients receiving dignified care. And here's the last sentence.
Ensuring that plus-size patients have appropriate equipment and that everyone knows how to use it is crucial.
This doesn't really add anything of relevance to the answer options. So, on the balance of what you heard, what answer option did you choose as the correct one? I chose B because of the way the speaker starts with support for an approach that works for all, and the way she backs this up with examples of why this is important and would be seen to be undignified if looked at for any other patient group.